Here we go, adding and subtracting rational expressions with unlike denominators. Like we've been doing, let's compare this to some basic fractions. If we had 1/4 plus 3/2, first we'd want to get common denominators. The common denominator of 4 and 2 is going to be 4. After we found that, we want to rewrite each term using that denominator. We've already got it here with 1/4, but for this 3/2, we need to multiply the top and bottom by 2 in order to get 4 as the denominator. From there, we'd get 1/4 plus 3 times 2, 6, 2 times 2, 4, 6/4. Now that we have common denominators, we can add those up, giving us 7/4. Let's apply that concept to a rational expression, 3 over 2x squared minus 5 over 4x. First, let's find our common denominator. Well, between this 2 and 4, what's common is a 4, and then we've got an x squared and an x. That's going to be an x squared. So we want to rewrite each term with the denominator of 4x squared. For the left term, that's going to be 2 over 2. We can see that 2 times 2x squared will be 4x squared. The right term already has a 4x. It just needs an x over an x. That would be 4x times x, 4x squared. Multiplying that out, 2 times 3 is 6 over 4x squared minus 5 times x is 5x over 4x times x, 4x squared. Now we've got common denominators. Great. Doing the subtraction, we get 6 minus 5x all over the common denominator 4x squared. And there we go. Our next one, we've got 2 over x minus 1 plus 3 over x plus 2 with the common denominator of x minus 1 times x plus 2. We can see that this first term already has the group x minus 1, so we've got to multiply it by x plus 2 top and bottom. Our second term, on the other hand, already has the x plus 2, so we need to do the same thing only with the x minus 1. Now let's go ahead and multiply all these out. First, let's look at the numerators. This 2 is going to distribute, giving us 2x plus 4. On the right side, the 3 will distribute, giving us 3x minus 3. Now in handling the denominators, it's best not to distribute everything out. You'll notice I just left x plus 2x minus 1 and x plus 2x minus 1. Not distributing these out is going to save a lot of time, and it's going to help with canceling later in case we need to simplify. Now that we've got common denominators, all we need to do is go ahead and add the numerators. That'll be 2x plus 3x, 5x, and 4 minus 3, so 5x plus 1, all over our common denominator x plus 2, x minus 1. And since nothing can factor or cancel, we're done. This is our answer. And for our last example, 5 over a plus 1 minus 2 over a squared minus 1. Let's start out, of course, by finding the common denominator. In this case, it looks like we should factor this a squared minus 1. That's a difference of squares, and we'll get a plus 1, a minus 1. And that's exactly what our common denominator is going to be. We can see from this first term, we're missing the a minus 1. So let's go ahead and multiply that top and bottom. Now it looks like we're going to have common denominators, so let's distribute this out. That'll give us 5 times a, 5a, minus 5 times 1, minus 5, over our common denominator, minus 2 over our common denominator, a minus 1, a plus 1. Proceeding from there, we get 5a minus 5 minus 2 minus 7 all over a minus 1, a plus 1.